So very early on, I had to decide. First of all, I had to decide, as a white guy, should I be even writing the book?
Mm.
And I got feedback from um, the people that I were interviewing. I'd asked them that early on, and they said, gave me the confidence that said, yes, we trust you. We want you to write it. I read a book by John Feinstein, and the foreword was written by Doug Williams.
Mm.
And Feinstein had asked Doug Williams the same thing, and Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to play in the Super Bowl, said, if you don't write this book, it may sound like a black man whining. And so
Mm.
that kind of put some wind in my sails that it would be okay to put it out there. And predominantly for white audiences to hear what I had to say and had experienced in what I think is a very positive way. The other thing was the use of the N word, and I did include it in its full form in some quotes. And again, I consulted some of the people that I was interviewing. They said, "Do it." To in all its ugliness, to get the full impact, you have to use that word.
Mm.
And I do not say that word. It won't come, but I've written it in context, and I believe it does add to the impact of the writing. But that was a tough decision,
Mm.
but that's the way I went.
Okay. What are some of the biggest misconceptions Americans have about racism? Um, and do you think some of these misconceptions are changing throughout different generations?
Ooh, I'll answer the second part first, if
Okay.
I may.
Mhm.
As I said when I came away from Selma the first time, and I've been there three times now for the reenactment, and each time has been a little bit different, and I've learned a great deal each time. Um, but so I came away saying, yes, we have turned the corner. And in a very short time, there were some incidents that happened, among them George Floyd's death. And then I started looking into other um, lynchings. I would consider George Floyd's death without due process a lynching, and started reading some history and then recent history. So I think in one of our previous conversations, Carl, you pointed out that most of what's in my book came after slavery, after the Civil War.